Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of 6 for 6. I am your host, the sixth man, Trevor Williams, and today we are looking at the college football season, ladies and gentlemen. Week 0 has finally reached us. It's been a great long offseason, a lot of speculations, but it's finally here. The college football season is about to get underway this Saturday, August 23rd, 2025. I know for us, for 6 for 6, production of releasing content has been extremely slow. A lot of things have been going on, but the last time we did a recording was back in June. So, guys, a big gap, but now we're back. We're going to get to regular programming, and we're going to be cranking things out weekly. With the college football season and the NFL in, we're going to get our 6 for 6 back. But to start off the college football season in week 5, we only got 5 games for y'all today. 5 games. So we're going to get our famous pick 5 going on right now. Our Fab 5 games that we got. Only got 5 for you in the FBS system. And Division 1 games that we're looking at this Saturday. But without further ado, let's look at our record for Season 4, ladies and gentlemen. Our record for Season 4 right now, ladies and gentlemen, is 7-4-1. Beautiful record what we got right now. Hopefully we can get a nice 5-0 stretch with our college football picks and to elongate their capabilities of growing this to be 12-4-1. But I know there's going to be some losses here and there, but I don't think we're going to lose all of our picks. I think we got a good selection to favor us to get through it. Not a lot of stats because no games have been played, so I can't really do good comparison, who has a good passer rating and all that stuff. It's just a gut instinct and the percentage chance of winning. That's what we're going to go off of right now. So not intuition on what quarterback play is, teams built all over, or even chemistry. But our last episode back on season 2, on episode 2, we went 3-2-1. So we're not going to have any ties. We're going to get wins and losses, but we're going to get a lot of more wins in this, I would say, in this week for week 0 of the college football season. Without further ado, let's get the show on the road, and we'll make it quick for this episode of 6 for 6. Let's begin. First up, we got Idaho State versus UNLV. This game is not televised, so I can't tell you, be like, oh, tune in and all that stuff. So it's a very quick matchup. Percentage chance of victory for Iowa State, ladies and gentlemen, is 1.3% chance of victory compared to UNLV's 98.7% chance of victory. I don't think you can really do a toss-up, say, hey, I think Idaho State's going to pull this one out. The margin of percentage of victory is very, very slim. So I'm going to give it to UNLV in this one, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to move up to our number 4 game. We got Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on the CBS network. We got Sam Houston with a 48.4% chance of victory versus Western Kentucky's 51.6% chance of victory. I like this matchup. It's basically a coin flip. You can't go wrong with either of these teams. So we're going to go with Sam Houston on this one. Pull up the upset out of this underdog task. But again, like I said, this is a coin flip. I think it's very difficult to select this one without seeing stats and quarterback play, what this team is going to be like. But give me Sam Houston to pull out this victory. You can catch this game this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on the CBS network. Next up, we go into our third game, ladies and gentlemen. We got Samford versus Hawaii, a nice big matchup coming through. We're getting some nice good action, meat and potatoes a little bit. But you can catch this game 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time on CBS. But chance of victory for Hawaii, ladies and gentlemen, is about a 32% chance of victory compared to Stanford's 86% chance of victory. So I'm going to go with Stanford on this one. Take care of business. A nice, good win to start the year. And they have to play on the road in Hawaii. So great thing to start the season. Nice little tropical paradise for them to get their season underway. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, in our 2 slot, we got Fresno State and Kansas State. I was sitting here thinking that maybe Fresno State has a chance to pull up an upset. And I do love a good upset. Don't get me wrong. I do love a good upset. But then when I start looking at a little bit of how they finished this season last year, it wasn't great. I don't think they have the team that they want right now, but I could be wrong. They could come out and stun Kansas. But with the percentage chance of victory for Fresno State, it's about 10.2% chance of victory. It switched me saying I've got to give it to Kansas to win it with their 89.8% chance of victory. I got to give it to Kansas on this one. But ladies and gentlemen, you can catch this game. Fresno State versus Kansas, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Fox. Before we release the game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, let's just do a quick recap of what the games we have selected thus far. We have Idaho State versus UNLV on Saturday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, and we have UNLV winning this matchup. Next up, we got Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time on the CBS Sports Network. And we're going with Sam Houston to win this game, ladies and gentlemen. Next up, we got Stanford versus Hawaii this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time on CBS. Give us Stanford of winning this one. Last but not least, we got Fresno State versus Kansas this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Fox. Give us Kansas to win this matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, we will reveal the game of the week. The game of the week, ladies and gentlemen, is a top 25 matchup in the college football AP polls. We got Iowa State versus Kansas State. And ladies and gentlemen, guess the location? Dublin, Ireland, the first neutral site of the year, ladies and gentlemen. You can feel the anticipation that the Irish people love college football coming to them thus far for the past couple seasons. It's looking miraculous. I was looking at this matchup. It's Big 12 matchup, conference play right at it from the get-go. Number 22 in the nation, Iowa State, comes into battle against Kansas State. Number 17 in the nation, looking great, ready to rock the Big 12 right now, ladies and gentlemen. I thought Iowa State could put something together, put something up. But ESPN and percentage analysis is not giving them the benefit of doubt with a 37.7% chance of victory against Kansas State's 62.3% chance of victory. And like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this game's at noon Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time on ESPN. So you got a little bit of the college game day going to be in Dublin, Ireland. So a lot of things going on right there for this matchup. Big 12 is rocking. A lot of things are heated up, but this is a critical start in week 0. I'm going to give the slight edge of Kansas State because they've been having a solid squad for the last few years. So give me with Kansas State with the victory in this matchup in this first ranking of the college football playoffs with the AP poll. Not playoffs, but ranking schedule that we have thus far. So give me Kansas State for the victory. Now, without further ado, let's do a quick recap and we'll get you on out of here so you can enjoy the week 0 of college football coming to you this Saturday. Like I said, we got Idaho State versus UNLV, 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, and I have UNLV winning this matchup. Next up, we got Sam Houston versus Western Kentucky, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. On the CBS Sports Network, we got Sam Houston winning this matchup. Next up, we got Stanford versus Hawaii this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time on CBS. And give us Stanford of winning this matchup. Ladies and gentlemen, after that, in our number 2 slot, we got Fresno State versus Kansas on this Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 3:30 p.m. Pacific Time on Fox. And give us Kansas to win this matchup. And ladies and gentlemen, the game of the week. Iowa State versus Kansas State. Number 22 versus 17 based on the AP poll. We have the game at noon Eastern, a nice high noon showdown for the Eastern time zone. And 9 a.m. Pacific Time on ESPN. And give us Kansas State winning this Big 12 matchup in a high noon showdown fashion out in Dublin, Ireland. So give us Kansas State to win this one. Like I said, our last episode in episode 2, our record was 3-2-1. And if you want to see what our games were for that, definitely check episode 2's episodes to help boost up those views and just see where we picked and try to build our analysis for future picks that we have and our reasoning. And ladies and gentlemen, our season 4 record right now is 7-4-1, a beautiful record for season 4. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter season, but we'll make sure that season 5 has a lot more picks and a lot more consistency. We owe it to you as fans, so we're going to make sure we're going to have more consistency of production. Thus, we have coming up for you. Without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in this episode of 6 for 6, Season 4, Episode 3. So long, enjoy Week 0 of the college football season. Take care, and we'll catch you next time. So long for now. Bye-bye.